You're welcome to this free webinar training. I'm so glad to have you here because you and I are going to have some very exciting conversation that could be a defining moment for some of you who will take this class very seriously. And I'm sure that you are here because you are interested in success. You want to find ways to design the extraordinary quality of life that you want, to get 10 times more valuable so that you can earn 10 times more, and achieve your dreams. It's a noble quest, and that's what brought you. And I hope that you gain a lot of value from this place today. My name is Mark, and I'm your host today. I graduated from Aochi Polytechnics with a distinction and a 2-1 from the University of Benin. And I thought I was thoroughly educated to, have a successful and a happy life, right? But I was wrong. I was wrong for 2 reasons that every student here should pay close attention to today. And if you're a graduate here, perhaps you might agree with me, okay? 1, I studied a course that does not really excite me, that does not agree with my passion and my creativity. And that made school education very hard for me, okay? Secondly, there is a world of difference between how we think as students and what the real world marketplace is like. Okay, because as a student you think that you just go to school, graduate, get a nice job, buy a car, get married and live happily ever after, right? That's wrong, because out there in the real world it's hard. So that experience and struggle led me to study what the 1% highly successful and rich people know and have used to create their wealth. And I have discovered the thing, and I want to share with you in this seminar. Okay, I called it the ultimate success blueprint. How you can turn your ideas, your school education, even opportunities to cash, to dreams, lifestyle. And that's just incredible. Okay, so you need insight. Please write this down. It takes deep insight in your field to command results. You need knowledge. Okay, and that knowledge will have to come from sources outside school, something that you have to fight, labor to get for yourself. Now, I want to dwell on that experience that I got from the 1% highly successful person. The very first aspect we want to share, there are different segments of this training. This is the first segment, and we want to consider 5 things that every successful person know and practice. They know it in and out and practice it, and that's what puts the money in their bank account, put the power and the fame on them. Listen to this. Success is not something that you pursue. It is something that you attract by the person you become, by the things you know about money making, about impact, about and what you have become by the process of applying those things. So follow these 5 things closely. The first thing that we're going to consider of the 5 things is value versus the marketplace. Very, very powerful that you understand this. Okay? Because if you don't understand this, those who do, the Dangotes, the Boaz, the Mark Zuckerberg, will always use you to achieve their dreams. Okay? Please write this down. We primarily get paid for bringing value to the marketplace. We primarily get paid for bringing value to the marketplace. Now, there are 2 segments to this: to bring value and the marketplace. Now, let's look at bringing value in the first place. What is value, or to become valuable? A value is anything very useful that you have that solves a problem for others that they willingly pay to have. Value is anything important that another will buy from you to solve a problem that is actually in need of currently. For instance, if a guy has a bushy hair and he looks very ugly, he wants to have a haircut, a big problem for him. And then you have a barbing salon and the skill to barb very well, you now have a value to provide for the guy with the bushy hair, and then he will pay you for it. It's as simple as ABCD. So Whether you are an employee in the company, it is what you provide for the company in the time that you go to work is your value. All right, you're selling at the marketplace. Whatever you offer that somebody needs and will come to buy. And then the marketplace, the second part, is anywhere where people exchange those values and get paid for. Right? Where people buy and sell values. The sector or industry or areas where you choose to work, offer your services or your products, and people pay you is your marketplace. You can call it a workplace. You can call it, for an employee, a workplace. For a business person is the business place. But if you don't understand this relationship between the workplace and the marketplace, you're finished. All right, because that's what Dangote is doing. For instance, he goes to the marketplace. What do people need right now? And then he goes with his ability to create value, design a product or offer services, and then bring it. And very soon people start telling him, please, can you take your money, Dangote, and give me that product? Can you take your money, Dangote, and give me that service? Can you take your money? Can you take my money and this and that? And the guy is accumulating money and he's becoming wealthy. That's the key. This is why you go to school, to understand this. But unfortunate enough, teachers, they kept packing us with things that we don't even know what to do with. Whereas if you could just know this very well, you'll be very competitive at the marketplace. But there's a big problem to this. Big problem. A lot of people are at the marketplace without value. It's sad. It's the definition of poverty. It's the definition of frustration. To be at the marketplace, you want all the value, but you don't have value to exchange. All right? Take, for instance, let's use an hypothetical example. For instance, if you go to a very popular market close to you, maybe you go to Onitsha market and you tell this clothes seller, give me that shirt, give me this shoe, give me this cap. And the guy said, okay, welcome. He packaged the whole thing for you. And the guy said, where's my money? And you said, what do you mean money? Money? What's money? I just need those things. Give me and let me go home. What would he probably say to you? Well, they will call you Yoshi, like a thief. So you have a lot of thieves at the marketplace. That's the reason for unemployment. You have a graduate, a student who didn't know, so that he can get ready to bring value at the marketplace while he was in school. And now he cannot provide anything useful to the businesses. That's why they said people are unemployable today. It's not actually that there's no employment, but they are unemployable. So, good question that you should ask yourself every day. What value am I currently offering in my own field's marketplace? You're a graduate, you're an architect, for instance. Can they say, this guy is so valuable in his ability to provide the framework, the design, that they will willingly pay you, engage your services? If that is not the case, you didn't meet that objective while you were in school. And if you don't have any value, it's okay. That's why you are with us. That's why you are taking this training. Because down the line, the training, we will show you how to create value in the areas that you have chosen to work and what you can do with it. So the next question you should be asking yourself, if you don't have a value to offer currently, is this: what value can you bring? Starting from today, as you go through school, as you take the trainings as a graduate, as you develop the skills, as you refine the gift, as you gather the knowledge, what value can you bring for the billions of money you want, for the power that you want? If you answer this question and you throw your own self at it, you'll be surprised what you will end up becoming. Okay? So ask yourself these two questions. So best advice in all you do, make sure you come to the marketplace with a value, or you remain poor and be used for the rest of your life. And as I close this first one, you should know that value is supposed to be costly. That's why not everybody took this training. They ignored it, even though it could have helped their lives. But you took your time, you took your resources, and you're here. So it's supposed to cost you something, so that when you get to the marketplace, they will respect you and they will put you up in the 1%. So put yourself into these shoes and you'll be up and running. So we said number one is value creation and understanding the marketplace, right? Secondly, you need to understand economic ladder. Okay? So my sincere prayers and hope for you today is that after this training, that my words and this information will turn on a new light for you. That you go home knowing exactly, you leave this training knowing exactly how to build your life to the taste that you want it to be. So, economic ladder. Now, from where you are currently, a student aspiring for success, you're a graduate, a business owner, to where you want to be, that top 1% highly productive, rich, successful people is a journey. And that journey could be likened to a ladder called economic ladder. Now, economic here speaks of money and all that has to do with money, how to make it, how to distribute it, how to spend it, all of that is your economics, right? Now, it's like a journey. Now, take this ladder, for example. You start from somewhere at the bottom and work your way up to the top. Interesting. Now, maybe at the bottom, let's say you earn 30,000 naira, 30k at about this. Okay, maybe minimum wage, Nigeria minimum wage is 30,000. Maybe you're a driver, or maybe you just entered into the labor force, 30,000, which is okay because we all have to start from somewhere. All right, that's okay. Then how do you climb up this ladder? Please, can you repeat this after me, because it's very important that you understand this. That it is possible in your country for you to double or triple your income in the same time. It is possible. That's how to get to the top of the ladder. To multiply whatever you earn currently. Now, let's look at how you climb this ladder. Now, we know that some people don't earn only 30,000 in a month. They earn 300,000. That is 30,000 multiplied by 10. Interesting, right? We know that some people earn much more. Some earn 3 million naira a month instead of 30. That is multiplying by 100 factor, right? Now, some people have gone to the top of the ladder, all right? 30 million naira a month instead of 30,000. That is, they have multiplied, starting from the bottom, by 1,000 factor to earn 30 million a month. Fascinating. You know, I don't want to bore you with the fact that Wayne Johnson in 2019 earned $89 million, meaning if you convert that to Nigeria currency, each month he made 2.7 billion naira. These guys are at the top. So how do you climb to the top? And there are a lot of ways. Let's quickly examine a few of them. One of such ways is for you to wait for them to raise the minimum wage. Maybe after 10 years, the government decides to raise it from 30,000 to 50,000. But that's a very small progress that you cannot afford to bench on, right? Now, another way could be you wait for your company to raise your salary. You know, by 10%, by 20% every 1 year, every 2 years or 6 months. That's small progress. You need to do better than that for you to get to the top. Now, another one, but very poor, is for you to go on strike. Some people says they won't work until they increase their salary. And you know the terrible toll that takes is not a philosophy, a mindset that you should develop. Now, the best way, the most efficient way is for you to increase your value. And how do you do that? Please write this down. You must learn to work harder on yourself than you do on the job. It doesn't matter who you work for. Just learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. That's why Bill Gates is up there. He's reading, he's developing skills, he's understanding the marketplace, he's understanding the needs of people. That's by the time you work harder on yourself, and this does not in any way say that you should not work hard on your job. You should perform your responsibility, come early, all of that. But the extra virtues that will get you up to this ladder is not just earning your salary. You have to do much more. So, by working hard on yourself, find what extra skills can you develop. What are the opportunities and ideas that you could make into something great? What are the disciplines and the habits that you could cultivate? By working hard on yourself this way, you see that you begin to raise your value in the multiples of 10, in the multiples of 100, in the multiple of 1,000 to end by the same factor more. Okay? Now, here's what I've discovered. The people at the bottom of this ladder, they use more of their physical strength to work. And it's a hard thing. It's a hard life. Now, here it's also very, very populated. And so competition is hard. That's why you have 80% of Nigerians or, a lot of persons here, wherever country that you are. Okay? But as you begin to climb up the ladder till you get to the top, it gets scantier and scantier, like fewer and fewer, because you use more of this resourcefulness that you self-develop. Those, as you begin to work harder on yourself, those skills that you develop is what you use up here. Management, finding ideas, solving problems. This is where you are. And you have fewer persons here. So in all you do, please take this home. In all you do, make sure that you find yourself here. Because it's hard life here. It's poverty here. It's frustration here. Okay? So, now, there are really two ways to it. First and foremost is for you to find your spot. Find a value. You remember the concept of value against the marketplace? Okay, find a value to bring. What are the skills that you could have? What are your gifts? What is the problem that you could solve? Where's your spot? Find a value. And then the second part of it is find a way to multiply that value, to serve more people in the marketplace, and even in the most efficient and funful way, and then you're up the ladder. That's the secret. So this information are mind-blowing. Of course, school cannot give you this kind of rich information because school is behind in catching up with the real world today. You need to self-educate yourself. Use this knowledge, and through the practical training that we are going to go into after now, develop the extraordinary quality of life that you want and get your life working. Okay? So the question you're going to be asking yourself after now is this: where do you want to be on this ladder? You deserve to be at the top. Best advice. Okay? So we are going to be drawing the curtain here for the free segment of this training, but you, my friend, can continue to the next level where I'm literally going to be showing you step by step what to do to apply this knowledge. Now, here is where we differentiate the successes from the failures, right? Because the failure goes home taking no action from here to get to the next level. But those who are really hungry for success, they go to the next level, right? Now, like I said, success requires that you make some form of sacrifices. That's what all successful people do, okay? Anything valuable is supposed to cost you something so that it will mean something to you. Now, here's what you get in the next phase of this training. We were just scratching the surface. I will start by sharing with you the remaining 3 vital secrets of the successful. I've given you 2. I will complete the remaining 3. Then we'll proceed from there to giving you how to use all of that to design your own success. I call it the ultimate success blueprint, how to turn your ideas into cash. So it will show you how. Then we'll proceed to giving you the 4 keys that you need to dominate your chosen field. Very important. And then we'll conclude it with 2 workshops, practical exercises where I will literally be holding your hands and be sharing with you, 1, how to set goals and dreams for your life so that you can become actively pursuing your own dreams. And then the last workshop is on how to find a value to bring at the marketplace, how to find an enterprise to be engaging. You don't want to miss all of this. Okay? So this thing money really can't buy, but it will require that you sow a seed. Now, you don't have to eat your seed. It's risky, because if the farmer mistakenly eats the seed that he was supposed to plant for next season, imagine how empty it will be next season, right? So you don't have to eat your seed. And don't make the mistake of thinking that I'm selling to you. I'm not selling to you. We are trying to work together to solve the problem. the problem of setting up your own financial success, or having your dreams and other enterprises that you are actively pursuing. That's the problem, and we are collaborating to solve the problem. That's what you should put at the back of your mind. Now, this program, the next level, the giveaway prize that I give it to everybody out there is 5,000 naira. But I'm not going to be giving that to you today because you have made some efforts. I want to give it to you at a 40% discount, which is, I want to leave it for you for 3,000 naira only, but with a condition. And that condition is that you have to take action between now and 3 days from now. All right? So after 3 days, if you have not seized your 40% discount, it reverts back to 5,000. Okay? So click any of the links below or around here, and then you'll be told what to do. You'll be redirected to where you can register and be automatically redirected to the training. Now, I have a bonus for you. If you are among the first 100 people to register for this course, I'm going to conduct a free session with you to answer all your questions and then show you and work with you personally in that training. And it's entirely free for you, but only for the first 100. Why don't you take an action today? You see, my friend, you deserve an extraordinary quality of life. You too can be rich and successful. You just need to know how. And now you have that incredible opportunity. Don't join those that make excuses why their life isn't working. All right? I said to Peter, there is gold right under this place. Take up a shovel and let's dig. Peter says, I don't have a shovel. I said, Peter, come on. Go get yourself one shovel. Come, let's dig for gold. And Peter says, do you know how much those things cost? Who knows what turns people off? Why people don't take action on opportunities? But hopefully you are not one of them today. So register now, seize your 40% discount, and I will see you at the other side of the training. See you there.